Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watchlist. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here today for AFI Top 100 10-Year Revisited. But before we begin, let us tell the viewers and the listeners what they should do.
Could you pretty please leave a like and subscribe to our channel?
Subscribe.
Leave a comment down below. Your feedback on the show. Thoughts, questions, comments, queries, all that jazz are welcome down in our comments.
Hit the notification button and you'll get great content like this one,
Yes.
including What's Next, the show where we help you figure out what to watch next, and we reviewed together, just like we are now,
Wow.
and
Bright Hard.
Bright Hard. Yeah.
The Try Hard, Die Hard film.
Sure, Hen.
Yeah.
Sure. Today we're doing AFI Top 100.
Yes.
Tomorrow is movie news where we're going to preview Weapons and Freakier Friday.
Wow.
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 And then it's mailbag. Pete and Has Watches at gmail.com. You can put your letters in or your correspondence in.
That's right.
Ask us a question. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's get on to today's show, and it is all about movie number 16 on the AFI Top 100 10-Year Revisited, and it is Sunset Boulevard. Have you seen this movie before, Hannah?
No.
Yes, I have seen this movie before. Where did we watch it? We watched it on Apple, where we rented a copy. It's Paramount Picture. Surprising it's not on Paramount Plus, but maybe Paramount are not doing the old movies. Maybe. I don't know. The elevator pitch. When a struggling writer meets an aging star, all things are so good until it's not. This movie was directed by Billy Wilder. Mm-hmm. It was written by Billy Wilder and Charles Brackett. It was produced by Charles Brackett. Starred William Holden, Gloria Swanson, Eric Von Strawn, Nancy Olsen, Fred Clark, Lord Go, and Jack Webb. Cinematography was John F. Seitz. Music by Franz Waxman. Production company and distributed by Paramount Pictures. The release date for this movie was August 10th, 1950. It ran for 110 minutes. Budget was 1.75. Box office of 5 million. Let's look at some of the movies in 1950. Hannah, we've had this year before on the list for All About Eve. Mm-hmm. That was the number 9 movie, the Best Picture winner. We had Three Little Words for MGM. That was number 10. 7, Father of the Bride, starring Spencer Tracy and Elizabeth Taylor. Then we had Born Yesterday. We had Cinderella for Disney. Then we had Cheaper by the Dozen for 20th Century Fox. A lot of remakes. That's, yeah.
I believe that, yeah.
No, I'm saying that these movies ended up being remakes, yeah.
And they're remakes of...
Also, Broken Arrow was on this list. And You Got Your Gun, also a remake on this list. King Solomon's Mine, also a remake on this list. And you know what the movie, that number 1 movie was?
What?
Samson and Delilah. You know why that's funny?
Why?
Because in this movie, Cecil DeMille was in this movie.
Yeah.
And he directed Samson and Delilah, and the movie that he was directing on set
Yeah?
was Samson and Delilah.
That's crazy. That's really funny.
That is really funny. Hen.
Yeah.
Let's go into the review. Okay, so William Holden played Joe Gillis. We've seen William Holden on this list already with Network and Bridge on the River Kwai.
Yes. Yes.
He ended up winning an Academy Award for Starlike 17, which ended up being Hogan's Heroes. And he also was in Sabrina, the great William Holden. Gloria Swanson, she was a former huge star in the silent pictures. Played Sadie Thompson in Sadie Thompson. It was in The Trespasser. Loved Sonia. Huge star. She plays Norma Desmond. And this, catted up to stardom again. Got a lot of offers to do a lot of movies, but it was just all like shades on the
character that she did here. Yeah.
Eric von Stroheim played Max von Mailing. Eric was a French actor. He was in La Grande Illusion, Blind Husbands, the Wedding March, all in the late 20s. Yep. Huge actor in the European cinema. Nancy Olsen, this was one of her first pictures. She plays Betty Schaefer. She was only 21 at the time when she made this movie. Ended up doing like Pollyanna. Also was in Airport 1975.
Oh, that's where I know.
Did not have a huge career.
Yeah.
Billy,
Pollyanna.
yeah. Another person that you might know, the guy that played Artie Green, Jack Webb, ended up being one of the detectives on the television show Dragnet, which was a huge show.
Oh, no.
Cecil DeMille, we already said that he was in this movie. Also, Buster Keaton played
Buster Keaton.
Buster Keaton playing Bridge. So there you go. There's all the actors in this movie. This movie was written by Brackett and Wilder. They had worked on Double Indemnity, and they had many chances to work together, but this is the last time they actually worked together. So,
Yeah.
Wilder didn't go into it in his autobiography. A lot of the research for this was from Wilder's autobiography, and the key for Wilder was getting the cast right for this movie. So he always wanted Norman Desmond to be played by a silent star. He had Gloria Swanson in mind. He had Mae West.
Oh.
He had Clara Bow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had also Mary Pickford. All thinking about becoming Norma Desmond. Marlon Brando.
As the William Holden character.
Yeah, William Holden. He wanted him. Ended up going for Montgomery Clift. Montgomery Clift signed and he's getting paid $5,000 a week. Ended up pulling out 2 weeks before and ended up going with William Holden. So he'd come off The Golden Boy and Our Town. He served in World War II. And, Yep. That's, The Betty Schaefer was the character that they needed someone new. And that's, they got someone brand new. So, yeah.
Interesting, because they were going to go for, I guess the only two recognizable people are, okay.
DeMille was chosen because he was close to Gloria Swanson, and she ended up doing it as a favor. He got $10,000, and he also got a Cadillac from it.
Oh.
And then when he was asked to do some close-ups, they had to pay him another $10,000. So, yeah, he made some money out of this. Good on him.
A car.
Good on him. The street known as Sunset Boulevard has been associated with Hollywood film productions since 1911, when the town's first studio opened. The film workers lived modestly in the growing up neighborhood during the 20s. The salaries rose to unprecedented levels, and the advent of the star system, luxurious homes were built. Billy Wilder, growing up in Berlin and moving in the 20s to America, was so interested in this culture. And he was so interested in how all these houses remained with the silent movie stars living in these houses. And he thought it'd be a great idea for a film. He really wanted to show that the parade had passed them by. What were they doing now when they're not in the limelight? And that's sort of how he came up with the Norman Desmond
character type,
So he used like a little bits of Mary Pickford's life, Paulo Negri's life, Mae Murray's life, Clara Bow's life, Norma Talmadge. A lot of people said that it's the obvious, unacknowledged source of Norma Desmond, the grotesque, predatory, silent movie queen. Maybelle Normand, so a close friend of Normand's was murdered in 1922, and it was a never solved case. It was sensationalized by the press.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. John Setu had worked on some movies with Wilder before. He said that Evelyn Waugh's a novel, The Loved One, was a big inspiration for this movie. Wilder couldn't obtain the rights for that movie, and it was about gossip columnist Hedda Hooper, who ends up playing herself in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She wrote that. Billy Waddle was also crazy about that, the love one. So, yeah, so there's a lot into it. So Wilder and Brackett end up working on the script in 1948. They weren't completely satisfied with it. End up bringing on D.M. Marshall Jr., formerly a writer for Life, who was hired to help develop the storyline after Wilder and Brackett were impressed with his critique of their film The Emperor's Waltz in 1948.
Oh,
so there you go.
Yeah.
In an effort to keep the full details from Paramount Pictures and avoid restrictive censorship by the Breen Code, they submitted the script a few pages at a time. The Breen officer insisted that certain lines be rewritten, such as, I'm up the creek and need a job. I'm over a barrel and need a job. Paramount executives thought Wilder was adapting a story from A Can of Beans, which did not exist, and allowed relative freedom to proceed as he saw fit. So there you go. It's funny how...
Gonna have a job.
It's funny how Paramount let them use the studio. You know, a lot of it was about Paramount.
Weirdly enough, this is like a OG like cameo movie.
Yeah. This is, your cameos are killing pictures. They were back in the 1950s, boo.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about like some critics of at the time. They did like a showing of this movie for all the aging starlets and
like
stars
F1.
at the time. Yeah, pretty much. And like Barbara Stanwyck, who was a major star at the time, she saw Gloria Swanson. She says, "You are amazing in this movie," and she remembered. Mary Pickford also being there. She also was very happy with the performance from Gloria Swanson. One person that wasn't happy with the movie was Louis B. Mayer. He berated Wilder before a crowd of celebrities. You have disgraced the industry that made you and fed you. You should be tarred and feathered and run out of Hollywood for making this movie. Upon hearing Meyer's slight, Wilder strode up to the mogul and retorted him. He ended up saying something along the lines of, "Go F yourself."
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mayer, he likes the shiny Hollywood. He likes the shiny Hollywood. He doesn't like it.
Another critique of the movie was Mae Murray. She went up to Swanson, and who was offended by the film, and commented to her. And Swanson wrote this in her autobiography. None of us floozies were that nuts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess, this film would create some negativity.
Yeah. The Hollywood Reporter said this movie is going to be for generations that people are going to get like this movie. It sets them sort of the task of analysing the durability of greatness. Also, The New Yorker, they were a little bit more negative. They said it was a pretentious slice of Roquefort containing the germ of a good idea, and it was not memorable.
The germ of a good idea.
Thomas M. Meyer for the New York Times, he wrote that the use of the dead Joe Gillis as a narrator as plot device was completely unworthy of Brackett and Wilder.
Okay.
Yeah. Brackett ended up... we talked about him with Double Indemnity, but he ended up producing The King of Nye. And, the Franz Waxman, who did the music, he also did the music for Rebecca, which is Alfred Hitchcock film.
Oh, yeah,
also did the music for A Place in the Sun. That was Elizabeth Taylor and Montgomery Clift. And he also did the music for Suspicion. Charles Brackett also worked on Titanic, which starred Barbara Stanwyck as well.
Oh, that one, yeah, okay.
Yeah. As I said before, Billy Wilder, we've had him on the list a couple of times with The Apartment, Some Like It Hot, and this is his last entrant with Sunset Boulevard. He was also the writer and director of Sabrina, the original.
Yes.
We mentioned before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, awards was nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Screenplay. It ended up winning for Best Art Direction for Black and White. It ended up winning for Best cinematography, it did not win, and best editing, it did not win, but Franz Waxman ended up winning for best score. The big winner of that night was All About Eve, which we had on the list, and the fact that Gloria Swanson didn't win, she was the heavy favourite and did not win, ended up losing to the Born Yesterday actress in Judy Holliday.
Yeah, crazy.
Losing that. We talked about maybe Bette Davis couldn't win because Anne Baxter and her are both nominated, but the fact that Gloria Swanson was a heavy favourite, it was surprised a lot of people that she didn't end up winning.
Yeah, I guess I haven't seen Born Yesterday or vaguely remember, but yeah, it's just she is very an over top performance. Yeah. This one.
Sometimes those really heavy favourites don't win.
You mean like a Leo, where everyone's like, "Oh, I love a Leo," but he never wins, and then they're like, "The bear one, we're gonna give it to."
Well, look at last year. Mikey Madison ends up winning for Honora.
Oh
but
yeah.
Demi Moore was favourite for The Substance.
100%.
There's a lot of parallels between.
Especially because when you look at recent Hollywood, they've been giving a lot more awards to aging starlets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy. But they finally switched to the turntables.
Yeah, there's always up for a young starlet like Emma Stone.
Bringing someone up.
Yeah.
I don't know about Mikey Madison though.
Yeah.
Unless she really showcases herself.
I don't know. I think she might come good. I really do.
You really do?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'll be.
I know what you're talking about. Because Grace Kelly, that she won her award. She's in 4 different movies that year for The Country Girl. And one sec.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where she goes from there. So
yeah, I will. Yeah.
Probably the one that probably should have won was probably Gloria Swanson. I haven't seen the Born Yesterday one either, but Born Yesterday is a film.
Bette Davis and I still probably give it.
It's hard to win when both leads are nominated. It's just hard to just take votes of each other.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh no, 100%.
Okay, so in the biography for Brackett, he wrote that about this as being the last collaboration between Walter. He said there was no, publicly any grievances. Later years, he confided that he hadn't anticipated the split in between them.
Yeah.
It was an unexpected blow, and when asked for comments, he remained silent. And also, Wilder remained silent as well. So, there you go.
Sometimes people drift apart.
But these two end up having to come together in October 1951 to face charges that they had plagiarized Sunset Boulevard.
Oh.
Former Paramount accountant Stephanie Joan Carson alleged that in 1947 that she had submitted to Wilder and Brackett at their request manuscripts of stories, both fictional and based on a fact she had written about studio life. She claimed that one of them, Past Performance, served as a basis for the Sunset script. Sued the screenwriters and Paramount for $100,000 and damages, and based on the box office returns and Good Measure, for a total of $1.4 million. Carson's suit was dismissed after 2 years in 1954. A similar suit was filed by playwright Edra Buckland, who claimed material had been used as source. Her suit was dismissed the following year.
Oh.
There you go.
Just in case.
Every Thursday on the channel we do a segment called Hot Take Clickbait.
Ooh.
And last week it was epic dogs. Not your favourite dog.
Just
epic.
The most iconic dogs.
Epic dogs.
Yeah.
Hot take for you, Hen?
It's just I couldn't pick which character is more of a terrible person in this movie.
Wow. Yeah.
So there are 2 huge crimes. Is it a worse crime to use someone to get something out of them, or to guilt trip them into being your prisoner?
Yeah.
So, because
I think he was trying. I think in this movie, Gillis was trying to get away And he was trying not to spend any of her money.
He only wanted the money to get his car, right?
Yeah.
That's all he wanted. He was
And
like,
he was going to do
I'll
some
polish,
work for it.
I'll polish your script, and you'll pay me the money, and then I'll get my car. But then he kind of gets trapped there, and she guilt trips him massively because she's lonely and old, and she just needs this attention.
Yeah.
And he's willing to give it. I mean, unwillingly, but he's still, he's there. He's not saying no. And then he starts using her. And then the worst thing, I will say, Gillis, the worst thing he does, he goes to a friend's party, asks to stay at that friend's couch, then proceeds to go into the bathroom with that friend's girl and hit on her.
Oh.
Buddy, you just asked to stay on that couch. Yeah. You do not do that. You do not do that. Yeah. But, this film, it gives you two terrible people, but one of them is definitely probably worse. And that is guilt-tripping a prisoner into staying with you. It is terrible because she's suffering from a lot of things, but, oh my God, it is two terrible people. And you kind of, I don't know who to root for because, they're both awful. I know one of them wants to be a star again and the other one just wants to survive. Because even this character just wants to leave at the end and then have a normal life. He was like, I'm going back. I'm going to Ohio to go at a copy desk because he's done with this lifestyle. He thought he'd make it big. He didn't. He's like, I'm going to call it.
He did end up staying, boo.
Well, yes, unfortunately
he
so.
Did. He did.
He got that pool he wanted. But yeah, I feel like you have the character. You have this character that completely, I wouldn't say tortures, but she manipulates this guy and he.
Speaking of that pool was the empty pool was used in Rebel Without a Cause, which he's supposed to rob on.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, guilt trip, really terrible crime.
Guilt trip. My hot take is, I was unsure about the narration from knowing that the person was dead
the entire time.
So it's highly unusual at the time. Brackett and Wilder get Joe Gillis to narrate from the beyond the grave.
It's almost...
And it's a sad tale of final moments of his life, while sometimes he depicts the still living Gillis experiencing those events, unaware of his fate that's going to happen. So it was like the parallel narrative.
It's almost similar to Dublin and Anemone.
Yeah.
Where it's almost the exact same thing.
All the events that converge with Joe's death are a major reason that film retains such a dramatic and emotional power that they wrote.
Yeah.
But I think would the film been better if you did not see the face of the person in the pool?
Yeah, but
and then you get
he does say the line, a writer who hasn't much, and the only writer you really meet besides a female writer is him. So it kind of gives it away anyway.
Maybe then you could have introduced another character. You never
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but they don't.
I don't know. It could have been.
I don't know if I even love the narration in this movie because it's just.
And this goes perfectly into the start of this scene breakdown. So let's go into Pete and Hannah's Watchlist's review.
Yeah.
And let's go into scene breakdown first. Now, Wild and Brackett, right? They were going to do a screening in Illinois in the late 1940s, right? And so the original edit of the movie opened with a scene inside the morgue with all the corpses discussing how they came to be here.
Oh.
The story began with the corpse of Joe Gillis recounting his murder to the others. The audience actually reacted with laughter and it seemed unsure whether to view the rest of the film as a drama or a comedy. So after a similar action in Poughkeepsie, New York, the end up being replaced by the shorter poolside opening. Now, speaking of that poolside opening, Wilder was adamant that the corpse, Joe Gillis, be seen from the bottom of the pool, but creating this was difficult, so the camera was placed inside a specifically constructed box and lowered under the water. The result disappointed Wilder, who insisted further experiments. The shot finally achieved by placing a mirror at the bottom of the pool and filming Holden's reaction from above, which distorted the image of the police officer standing around the pool.
It was a pretty cool shot.
So then you get in the narration. So basically, Gillis is struggling to write. He's behind on his payments. He's being put in pressure. He's going to lose his car. He ends up going to a producer that is a friend of his to make a picture. He meets Betty, who says his script isn't very good. You know, what do you want? Make another Gone with the Wind? And he goes, oh, no, I was the guy that said no to government. Who wants to see a Civil War picture? It's like little jokes like that. It's such good. He goes, his agent who won't give him money. You know, the agent says, you know, only poor writers make good scripts.
That's something I did notice a lot about this film. Because it's a film about movies, there was a lot of references to movies and stars in it.
Don't you think that the Babylon's, there's like a lot of Babylon's taken a lot of vibes from
this?
Sunset Boulevard?
Yeah. So it was like mashing together Singing in the Rain and Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
And made the hour of Tobey Maguire of whatever that was.
So he's getting chased down by his debt collectors. The tire blows out. He finds a mansion to hang out.
Yep.
And that mansion is Norma's.
Ah, yes.
So he goes in there and they think he's there to bring a coffin for her dead chimpanzee. So it's poking fun at, like, you know, there was
that rich people.
People asked Billy Wilder why
the monkey makes sense.
Why the monkey? You know, why? You know, he goes, Norma was sleeping with the monkey. What do you want from me? You know, like these stars.
Oh, these stars
had silly
exotic
pets like that,
exotic pets and weird ideals. Yes.
So Gillis goes and talks to her, and then he goes, "Oh, you actually are the former, silent movie star, and Norma, and you know, I pity you're not in the pictures anymore." And he goes, "Oh, I'm still big. The pictures are the ones that got small. You know, all they do now is talk. You know." But I am going to have a comeback. I've got a script.
No, she hates the word comeback. It's a return.
Sorry. And so Gillis reads her script and is like, yeah, I think I'm going to have to polish it for you. Let me edit it. And then he's thinking of ways like getting the $300 for his car. So she wants him to stay. So she ends up letting him stay over the garage. She ends up like paying for everything. You know, he sort of like recoils from that.
Yeah.
Paying for his apartment, you know, paying some of his debts off. You know, he's there trying to polish the script and she's like denying everything. She's showing him all her old movies. You know, she says great lines like, we didn't need talking. We had faces. Like, so many
and
great.
she blurs the lines between her working together and, of course, something more.
It's like the fact that you've got Buster Keaton in this movie
just playing bridge.
Yeah, just like, remember how we were talking, he played bridge in this movie, but he was like, he taught himself how to play bridge and he was like one of the most famous bridge players in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Just the way they use that. Gillis is like interrupting Norma, who's playing playing no trumps, which is, if you can win that, you can win the whole game. Oh. So it's a big thing,
that's my game.
Yeah, so Gillis loses his car. He's interrupted there. And so she goes, you don't need that car. I have a car that was on blocks. They take the car down, they polish it up.
Cost me $28,000.
Start driving around town, ends up buying stuff.
Dressing him up nicely.
So you know how Max is driving the car? Well, in real life, Eric Von Strine didn't drive. So for those scenes in which he drove, the car was towed by another car.
That's funny.
Yeah. So when he drives Norma to Paramount Pictures at the studio gates, the car pulled by a rope from off Kangaroo Grips.
Yes.
Despite that, Strine still managed to hit the gates. He had no coordination. Billy Wilder said in the interview on Sunset Boulevard, from making this from a movie to a musical, according to the DVD commentary, this was exaggerated a little bit, but it's a true story. It's funny how like this movie became, it was used in television a lot. It became a musical. Andrew Lloyd Webber did it. It was played
It's-
in Australia
It just
by the famous Debbie Reynolds. Also, Hugh Jackman. Yeah. Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah, she just won an award for the new rendition.
Yeah.
A little bit questionable, but she was was very good.
More remembered as a musical than a movie, really.
Yeah, probably more people would see the musical, the stage version, and know it from that. Not recently the movie. Yeah.
Okay, so he's getting driven around everywhere. He's loving life. He ends up. She goes, "Let's go get you some clothes because you're wearing the same clothes all the time. This is terrible." So she buys him a suit.
For New Year's Eve.
Well, that's the monkey suit.
Yeah,
buys
the
him
monkey
for New Year's Eve, but also buys him all these, coats and minks and all these things, and it's so the New Year's Eve party is happening, and there's no one there. It's just him.
Yep, that's when he realizes
in front of music, and then he's just like, "Oh, I'm in trouble here.
This was her game.
I'm in so much trouble here." So he ends up leaving, goes to his old friend's house. It says to them,
"Can I stay?
Can I stay?" He ends up talking to Betty. Then
Betty, who's in a relationship with that friend.
He rings Max and says, "Arrange for my stuff. I'll arrange for someone to pick it up. I need this, my typewriter and all that." And he goes, "Oh, I can't talk right now. Madam has decided to slish your wrists." And so he's like, "Oh." So he goes.
He immediately jumps. He's like wanting to go straight back there. Almost.
He goes in there, and the musicians are still playing.
Yes, and the way Max tells him softly, we don't rush because the musicians don't know. I don't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
Like trying to keep her respectability,
So he goes up there, and he says, "I'm so sorry," and then she says, "I'm the only silly one to fall in love with you was a dumb thing to do." And then he says, "Happy New Year, darling," and then they kiss and make love.
Yeah, they basically make up.
Yeah.
And he basically, in that moment, decides, like, I'm going to stay with her.
Yeah.
That's it for him. He's like, okay, this is the life I've chosen.
So Betty has...
Because he doesn't want to hurt her. Because she seems so fragile.
So Betty has, come up with a story that one of his short stories that she's very intrigued with. So she's trying to...
Make it a full script.
And she needs his help. She's ringing the house all the time. She's getting denied from Max. And, she's finished the script. She's getting that delivered to Jamil. So she thinks maybe someone's chasing her.
Yes. So the script went to DeMille and the studio, someone not DeMille's chasing it up, but she doesn't know why because she refuses to talk to anyone but him.
DeMille,
So
I've worked on 12 pictures with him. So they're going to Bridge again, and they stop at a drugstore to get more cigarettes, and then he sees Artie and also Betty, and Artie's doing a million jokes. Betty says, "Shut up, Artie, I'm going to talk to this guy. I've come up with the script. If you help me with the script," and Gillis goes, "Look, you take the script. If it becomes big, buy me some chocolates or something like that." You know?
He kind of is like, do what you want.
Yeah.
I've got something else.
Yeah. So he gets back in the car. Norma goes, "Where's my cigarettes?" "No, you're smoking too much, dear." And so
because he's forgotten.
So she's trying to entertain him constantly because she doesn't want him to be bored. And so he's sitting on the couch. He's having his smoke. She comes in dressed as the tramp.
Yeah,
and
the Charlie Chaplin
just
character.
Full on,
very funny.
Yes, very great. And then another person rings from Paramount trying to get her, and it goes, "No, I only talk to DeMille." And so they end up going to Paramount, and so they go to Paramount, and Cecily was surprised that she's there, and she wants to hear about the
awful script of hers.
And he goes, "Why don't you just brush her?" And he goes, "No, 30 million fans have already brushed her. I'm not going to brush her. She's important in my life,
I remember the 17-year-old that came to me. He's trying to get to the bottom
of who's calling her. So he calls the person that he thinks might be calling her, and everyone's coming to see her. And then he works out they want to rent her car. Her car looks amazing for a picture. And he goes to see,
Crosby
so he goes,
picture.
okay, what do you think of my script? He goes, oh, it's great, darling. I just got to work on it a little bit, but I've got to do this picture first, and then we'll work on your little script, and, and he says to the guy about the car, he says, I will buy 5 cars. Do not bother her again about the car. She's never to know that it wasn't about the script.
It's this kind of thing of they've all been babying her because they don't want her to break.
Yeah. And so Gillis, he sees Betty. He ends up talking about the script. He says, "Well, come on, work." Betty says, "Come on, work with me." I said, "No, I can't." He goes back to and says, and Max goes, "We've got to go because they don't want the script. They want the car, and we've got to hide it from her." And so Gillis goes, "Why don't we tell her?" And he goes, it's really important that we tell her. And Max goes, no, we are not to tell her. We'll never tell her. We never tell her about the letters. I write all the letters. I also... And then this is where you find out that Max was actually her first husband.
And
also
director.
Directed her first 3 pictures. He was the third biggest director in Hollywood after D.W. Griffith, which you had on this list. Cecil B. DeMille. And he says, my job is to make sure that she is never forgotten.
Yeah.
And, mate, she's,
Yep. That's something.
Yeah.
That's a job.
So Gillis goes to start writing on the script with Miss Schaefer, Betty. And,
secretly at night.
He says to her, make sure that nothing ever happens between us. So, nothing looks like it's going to happen. Norma finds the script one night. She's about to put some pressure on Betty. But Betty says to Gillis, you know what? I don't want to get married to, what's-his-face, Artie. I'm in love with you. I want to get married to you.
Yeah.
And Gillis, he thinks, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna leave her. I'm gonna finally make it count. I'm gonna leave. He goes there, and then Norma is ringing Betty and telling everything negative about Gillis. Gillis overhears this. He gets on the phone and says, Betty, come to Sunset Boulevard. She goes to Sunset Boulevard, and
he basically just he
shows her around. It says, this ceiling's from Portugal. There's a bowling alley in the cellar, and she goes, I don't want to know any of this. I just want you to come with me. He goes, what? All in my 18 suits and my jewelry and my gold-plated cigarette holder. And she goes, Betty, you just go back to Artie, forget that I ever existed, sell the script, and, live a great life. And then, so Norma thinks, oh, she's got away with this. I've got my man. And he goes, no, I'm going.
Leaving.
I'm leaving. And she goes, darling, I bought a revolver. I'm going to... I don't care. He goes to leave.
It's your life.
Yeah.
You do what you want with it, basically.
Yeah. What are you doing, Joe? The audience left me... The audience left you 20 years ago. It all comes out.
Yeah, he just breaks it down. We're not... No more kid gloves. This is the reality.
And then she goes, you heard him. I'm a star. I'm the greatest star of all. No one leaves a star. And then so Norma decides to shoot Joe. And then stars are ageless, aren't they, darling? And, and so then you get the cops there and, get the end of the narration.
Yeah, the next day where the cops are taking him out of the pool.
Max ends up organising for the real cameras to shoot her.
Yeah, because she's so delusional. She's thinking about
She thinks that she's back at Paramount.
Yeah, she has no idea. This was all part of the performance because the character in it did kill the husband and then kill the guy and then got away with it. Yes, she's in her head just filming her scenes for her show.
Okay, so then you get the great bit where it says, you heard, Mr. DeMille, I am ready for my close-up. And that's the final line of the movie.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
what I'm
one
like.
of the best lines of movie history.
Yeah, I guess it's one of the most memorable because it's the last line of that
Yeah.
film. But also just that entire scene where Max is filming her and she's like going down the staircase
Yeah.
and everyone's just staring at her and they're just so in awe of her because, I mean, she's
Yeah.
basically insane, but also they're just mesmerized. Like, this is a star
Yep.
putting on
Unbelievable.
her greatest performance.
Okay, Hen.
Yeah.
Reasons to see this movie. God, Gloria Swanson's performance in this movie is
Oh,
fantastic.
she's phenomenal.
This movie, like, I find this movie to be a dark comedy. It is noir piece, but it is definitely a dark comedy.
It's definitely.
There's laugh out loud bits in this.
It's so funny because on this list you have movies that celebrate Hollywood, and this is like more of a, Hollywood wasn't always great, and this is like the worst case scenario where
100%.
sometimes those people that age out don't end well, and this is a crazy case.
What's a reason not to? Some of the reasons not to.
I don't know. I feel like it is a bit absurd, like this plot.
Yeah.
Like I found this to be quite
I don't think
crazy.
Knowing what happened with those silent movie actors because they were so popular.
Oh yeah,
they were so rich.
Some of them do go into obscurity. Some of them did not have a good life afterwards. It's unfortunate.
They had so much money, some of them, and they just became weird.
Or they wasted it all. Yeah, but particularly this movie, I also same with Double Indemnity. I don't love the narration because it just I find the movie becomes almost horror if you didn't have the narration and you're just watching him enter this dark, creepy, empty mansion. Like it'd be much more creepy because it's your own mind playing tricks. But the narration works in the sense of he's a writer. It's a story.
Yeah.
And
does it deserve to be on the list?
It definitely does.
I think it does. I think it's too high.
I think it's too hard because, yes, we talked about, while I will say it glorifies and makes it a happy-go-lucky ending when it comes to aging stars, I do love All About Eve quite a lot more.
I think definitely we'd get this on Blu-ray. Definitely we'd watch this again.
Yeah.
But I think the rating for this movie is a banger.
It's a banger.
And I think All About Eve is an all-time classic, and I think they should swap positions.
Yeah, me too.
That is it for today's show.
Oh,
Next week.
good.
All right, Hen.
Okay.
Next week.
Tell me.
Now, I haven't told you what next week is.
Yeah,
and
tell
you
me.
don't know.
Okay.
But it's one of your favourites.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's one of your favourite directors, Stanley Kubrick with 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, this is like the final nail, whether I like this guy. This is his magnum opus.
This is it.
This is his Citizen Kane. This is his best.
So this movie is actually up 7, unlike Sunset Boulevard, which was down 4.
By the way, this movie, the amount of actors, directors, when they do Letterboxd top 4, the amount of people that put 2001: Space Odyssey, just like
huge.
they just put it on there.
They do. Well, that is it for today's show. That is my lovely co-host, Hannah.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and leave a comment. Pete and Hannah's Watchlist at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Until we meet again, long live cinema, and it's bye for now.
Bye.